If you want your videos and images to stand out, you have to know your styles. Today we are diving into the parts or the episode number 2, which is about photography styles. We will use Nano Banana and talk about the technical keywords that you need to know to get these shots. This one is all about keeping the camera's shutter open for a long time. Anything that it's not moving looks super sharp, but anything that it's moving becomes a blur or maybe a streak of light. On this one, I will be using Google Flow, but you can use anything that supports Nano Banana or even MIDJOURNEY. I will go to the prompt and I will use long exposure photography style. I'm not being very creative. I'm just going to prompt and see what we get back. Right, we get a perfect example of what long exposure is. Everything that is just not moving, it's just super sharp and detailed, but everything that moves becomes a blur. Now we can be a little bit more, let's say, precise or creative. High-resolution landscape of a rocky coastline at twilight. And then we provide the type of a style that we want, long exposure photography style. If you think about this, everything that moves becomes a blur or maybe a light, a moving light. If you prompt for a landscape where nothing is moving, you will not be getting a lot. It usually works when you have a lot of movement. And we get it. Notice that everything is super sharp, but the cool effect when you prompt for a landscape like this are the clouds. If we have a lot of boats or ships going around right here, we will be getting those lights. This is not just for landscapes. You can use it for people to show slow motion. A high-resolution close shot of a woman walking in the city. Long exposure photography style. Okay, so this is the result. We get the blur on the people that it's moving. She has a little bit of blur, which is fine, but Nano Banana is focusing on the subject and doing the long exposure on pretty much everything that is not the main subject. And as you can see with this style, it really pays off when you have a panoramic shot or maybe a drone shot or a bird's eye shot of something else, or maybe you're looking at the sky or something that has lights and it's moving. We've seen underwater shots a million times on images and videos. The cool thing that you can do on AI image generator is when you blend a standard style with something a little bit more surreal. First, I'm going to prompt for this style. As we assumed, we get a very common documentary type of shot. This is fine. If you want to get something like this, just prompt for whatever is that you want to get, maybe a shark or something else, and then underwater photography style. But we can make this a lot more artistic by describing the scene. A cinematic underwater photograph of a woman in a flowing silk dress. So we start with something very specific, cinematic, and we have a subject. She's wearing a dress and we have a very specific type of color for the water. And we are prompting to get God rays and we are forcing the AI to provide some effect on the subject. So this is just a lot different from the other prompt. Let's run it and see what we get back. What we get back is a perfect example of getting something or creating something a little bit more artistic with a standard type of photography style. Just like we did, a cool thing that you can do is to blend a keyword, a very specific keyword like surreal, with the standard style. This is my example, a surreal underwater wide shot of a dense forest at the bottom of the lake. And the trick right here is that the water, it's super clear and we get an optical illusion. And then I finish specifying the different settings of the camera. We get it, and we can see that we have this optical illusion of the forest being underwater. So again, try to take a standard style and then blend it with something else like surreal and try to prompt for something a little bit more surreal. Right, movies. Any movie where they film underwater, you can find this type of photography. Just to name a few, you have The Abyss. That one is a classic. If you've never seen that one, it's a great movie. It's just slow, but it's just fantastic. And then a more modern type of movie, you have The Shape of Water. These ones are just examples. They're not my favorites by a mile. If you prompt for digital, you will be getting a sharp, detailed, and clean type of result. It can be a little bit noisy or grainy depending on the light. Let's do it digital photography style. When we get it back, we can see there's nothing super special about this image. This looks like an image that I took from my phone. And that's the point. She is a little bit blurred. So I'm going to go back and I will do the same. I will try Nano Banana Pro. I mean, Nano Banana 2 got released a couple of days ago, but sometimes you just don't get very cool results. I mean, it tries to do a little bit too much sometimes. Okay, so this one is a little bit better. We get sharp details, a little bit noisy at some point because of the lighting. This is a perfect example. I would use this type of style maybe to portray something that it's super real. Maybe I was in a house taking a photo or maybe on the street. So you want this raw digital style. For example, example, I'm going to do something different. A I'm saying hi-fi, digital photograph of a modern synthesizer in a professional studio. So we will get back something super real, but also nice to see because of the setting. When we get back, we can see that this looks like a super real photo. It doesn't look like a super artistic type of shot. And on our case, that's the point. Funny fact, I am a musician and I can see the synthesizers and I can really tell they are fake. For example, at the back you have an LA2A. They don't look like this. It's just one single unit. And right here you have 2 units, which is a little bit weird. And this, it says Hydrasynth right here. The Hydrasynth is one of my favorite synthesizers, and this is not a Hydrasynth. It's just something else. Still, I could say I took this photo with my iPhone and it will pass. If we take this to movies, a very good example is Collateral. Some scenes where they focus on the city or maybe on the fighting scenes, the action scenes, they look very flat and hyper real. You don't get this classic cinematic blur on these scenes because the director wanted to do something like this, something that looks flat and looks real. Macro is a way to take extreme close-ups of tiny little things to make them look much bigger. Usually, it's used to reveal details that the human eye usually misses. Just like before, I will prompt for macro photography style, and I'm pretty sure I will be getting a bug or something like that. We get back, and what did I tell you? We are getting a drop of water on a plant. I really like these shots, but the macro could be anything. For example, an extreme macro photograph of an ancient copper coin. Then the coin, it's being held by a person's thumb and forefinger. Just to make it a little bit nicer, the background is a busting out of focus New York City street at twilight with some vibrant colors. Okay, so we get it. Perfect example. Maybe hand, thumb, and the forefinger a little bit dirty. It's just not so nice to see, but everything else looks pretty cool. We have the city and then the details, the macro of the coin. Now, when it comes to movies, I don't have a very specific movie. You see this in documentaries about nature and tiny little objects. But in movies, directors use it anytime they want to focus on something super small or maybe important for the plot. So this shot could be important for your creations. Maybe your subject is doing something, then the subject finds something, and then, you do a macro close-up. And just like that, the scene transforms into something a little bit more dynamic. The last style, it's knolling. And I saved this one for the last because it's one of my favorites. Now, we all know knolling. You've seen it a million times. As soon as we create one and you see the image, you will know exactly what it is. I'm not going to go crazy. I'm just going to say knolling photography style. We get it, and I present you knolling. Some people call it knolling, but I really think it's knolling. Now, this one is the process of arranging objects on a parallel, maybe organized and pleasant way. It is almost always a top-down type of shot. We can confirm it right here on the image. But you can create a knolling type of shot without being a top-down type of shot. You can use almost anything for this. And a very cool thing on Nano Banana and on MIDJOURNEY at the very least is that you can describe what you want. My prompt is a professional knolling flat lay photograph of a modern designer's desk. So we want a modern desk and knolling. That's already a lot more specific than before. Centered is a high-end laptop, and we have a boutique synthesizer, some studio headphones, and a camera with some lenses detached. So we are being really specific. When we get it back, we get the camera with detached lenses, the laptop at the center. This is not a synthesizer, this is more like a groove machine. It's an OP1 from TE. But again, notice that it's doing everything that we asked for. Still, it's adding some things that we didn't ask for, but it's doing it so we can get this knolling type of style, and it's taking it from the context. If you're asking for a laptop and a camera, well, right here we have some pen drives. This is not an SSD, this is an HD, some cables, and something else. Some movie references where you can find this style, well, Wes Anderson. That's it. If you really like movies, go and watch Wes Anderson films. You don't really have to like the style or maybe the storytelling of Wes Anderson, but it's very specific and particular, and you can learn a few things from that very specific style. That's it. If you like this, please like and subscribe. This channel is supported by viewers only. To support this channel, you can buy me a coffee through PayPal, YouTube Thanks, Patreon, or you can join one of my courses. It's all in the description of the video.